This is from the ref's corner. A little blurb from the ref corner. Other day I was officiating a basketball game, and shout outs out there to my boy Carolina, the Rosa Car Academy and all of that. Shout outs to him. So I was reffing the game, and Carolina came out and he called me over. He was like, "Yo, the refs come here." It's like, "Okay, what's up?" He had his team in a huddle while we were there, and he said to me, one of the refs, and to the other ref, my partner, he goes, "If any of my team say one thing, tech them." Just like that. He says, "Tech them. I don't want to hear, if they say one thing to you, tech them." I was like, "Okay, duly noted." Not that we're looking to, throw around texts or what have you. And I told him that was one of the best things that you could have did. And here's why. First of all, Caroline and I have a relationship, so he knows that he's not saying something like that to me that's going to make me or cause me to take advantage, or say to myself, I don't have to worry about his team, so I can make whatever call I want. And if his players say something, then he knows that's not my pedigree. So, well, it was good that he said that, because what that does is it puts the players on notice that we're not tolerating any of that stuff. You guys are going to come. You're going to play the game of basketball, focus on playing, and I'm going to focus on coaching. And either we're going to come out here with a win or with a loss, but at least you played your heart out and gave your best, and that's what we're here for. Also, why that's a big thing that's so important that you do also is because kids feed off of their parents' actions. So if the kids see the parents all bugging out or acting all out, they feed off of that. And then they're prone to say something. They're prone to act a certain way. They're prone to pick up on that energy. And then they complain and start saying stuff to the refs. By Carolina doing that, it subsided all of that. So now you can't even pick up the energy from the sideline, because you're under a guise knowing that if you say anything, you're going to get teched. And actually, it worked out well. They went on and he just coached and they won the game. My whole thing is that, in the state of sports and everything, and at that same venue, one of the officials actually got hit and punched by a kid, on a team. And I'm just saying, and me and Carolina talked, and I said, "Yo, my whole thing is that it's crazy that a clock has that much control over our emotions." Like, I get it. You want to compete, you want to win, you want to go hard. I get that whole part. I'm a competitor myself, and I like to win just about in everything that I do. However, at the end of the day, somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. And when that clock strikes zero, for your emotions to be totally controlled by that clock, it's a little bit too much. It hit zero, you want to win it, and you are happy, you rest of the day, you come over, shake the ref hand, good game, ref, your emotion is good. You lose, the rest of your day could be shot, you down, the ref cheated, this is horrible, this is bull, this, that, and all of this and that. It's like the clock strikes zero and it controls your emotion. Like, you gotta, I would just, don't let that be the case. It's a game. It's not about always winning or losing. I know the stakes are high in certain things in life, and winning people always reward winners, and I get that part. However, it really is how you play the game. I know when I coach, one of the things that I got more upset about than anything is my players not playing hard. And I remember one time we was in this tournament and they got blown out. They was over there talking about, this guy's ranked 30th and so and so. I went upside one of them and down the other side of them. And it just so happened a week later we ran that same team. And our guys played their butts off. And we wind up coming up short. But here was the thing. We didn't come up short because of the players' play. We came up short because of the coaching. My guys played so well after getting blown out by 30 that I was in shell shock thinking that they wouldn't even be around in this game. And they were winning. And it was some strategic moves that as a coach we should have made. But because we were so like, y'all in the game after just getting blown out by 30, didn't even want to go in the game, was afraid, that I was like, wow. They played their butts up. And then when I said to them, that's all I ask of you. It's just to play hard. We're not going to win them all. That clock is going to strike zero, and we're not going to be on the W side of all of them. So that clock, don't let it control our emotions to that point and to that degree. Relationships can be ruined over basketball game with refs in it. It can be ruined. I had a friend, he said, I don't even ref games like that no more. He said, because I still want to, he says, I still want to like you and have a relationship with you after the game. So I prefer not to even ref your games. Because some of the things that are said and done in the midst of competition is hard. And I get it. I don't want to take it personal. But it does become increasingly challenging because you're really out there just working to do a due diligence and give a fair shake. And I'm going to get into more and things about officiating from this officiating corner to give you some breakdowns of what actually is going through official's mind when he's officiating the game, so you can get more of an insight from an official's perspective. But I'm going to end this video by telling you this. I was thinking about this last night, and you can tell me if I'm wrong or whatever. Anybody, you hear me? Anybody that was a player, a coach, a fan, whatever the case may be, anybody that decided to grab the whistle and get involved, I got my whistle on me, and get involved in officiating, I bet you they won't tell you, this is easy. Oh, this was light. I don't know how hard time these officials had. It wasn't that difficult. These officials are horrible because this is easy. I bet you don't have one person who was in any of those endeavors I just mentioned and then took on the whistle and said it was easy or these refs are bum. You know what they say? Yo, I didn't know it was this difficult, yo. I didn't know it was this challenge. Yo, you know what? My hat's off to you, yo. For real. It's a lot of work. This is tough. Some people just walk away. Done. Not for me. I'm good. Former ball players, too, mind you. Former coaches, mind you. People who think they know they can do a better job than you. Please. And you need to really get... Now, listen, I've been coaching for a long time in reffing. I know when I'm getting hosed as a ref. I mean, as a coach. I know when a ref is hosing me, like literally. And that happens far few in between. But I literally know if a ref is not hosing, they can't give you perfection. They only can work to give you fairness, yo. And y'all be wanting perfection. And ain't even no perfection don't even exist because it's certain calls that you just gonna let go sometimes, depending on situations and circumstances. So it's like a guy reached in, he might have fouled, especially in AAU ball. It was some contact. I could have called foul, but he broke through and he finished the lay. We move on. Now that might happen 3 out of 4 times. The 4th time he might hit him and I don't call it and he lose the ball. Oh, that was a foul. I know, coach, but the last 2 times he got to have some contact. He was able to work through it. I let him go and he lay. So sometimes you're going to get a little bit of that with that. Just take all of it. It's all good. So it's a whole nother level, a game within the game that goes to official's mind that you're not even aware of, yo. And we're going to get into that a little bit more, but I'm going to cut this video short because it was lengthier more than I really expected and anticipated. However, I think it's needed. And I think the more we stop letting the clock control our emotions to that degree that we get all irate and crazy to the point we're going and punching officials, chasing officials, choking officials. Like, come on. We got to just really, do better. I mean, officials is the ones that manage the game. Straight up and down. You think the guys that got training? Is bad? I dare you to pull somebody out the stands. Pull somebody out the stand like do experiment. Just pull somebody out the stands and hand them the whistle and say, go to work. Do you. Go ahead, have at it. Yup, you don't need the training. You don't need no training. You don't need no practice. You don't need nothing. We're horrible. We don't know what we're doing. Here you go, have at it. There'll be a fish so far out of water. Even somebody played the game for 30 years. It'd be so far out of water, it wouldn't even be funny. Okay? So, really, man, that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Universal, F.A.M 640, we out.